welcome to another Ella and the Moon tutorial. Here's what you'll need to make this macrame fan. Scissors, T-pins, a foam board, I'm using an old styrofoam board, a wooden dowel, hot glue gun or some kind of glue that will adhere wood to cotton, and yeah, so let's get started. These are all the things you'll need.
There aren't any really hard and fast rules as to measurements and inches or centimeters. You really just want to get any size dowel. I'm using some leftover scrap rope for this particular project. I will recommend, though, if you would like this to be seamless and not have to keep adding in extra rope that is going to go around the white pieces that I have here, like the colored rope, get the pieces to be as long as possible. I would recommend that your pieces that are going to go around the white to be at least like 4 feet, so like 48 inches and above, so that you don't have to keep switching out and you don't run into the problem that I ran into with this of at the top of the fan where I had to add in pieces where it's not a great area to add in pieces. I made it work. I'm going to put a backing on this so that you can't really tell any of the imperfection where I added in some pieces. But just be mindful that if you want to make a giant ass fan, that you're going to need super duper long pieces that go around the white pieces. Clearly, as you can see, I'm not really doing a knot. I'm just tying one over the other and then hot gluing so that it doesn't move. That's how fans are made anyhow. There's glue on any fan that you may use or have used in the past. But so at the start here, I just reverse lark's head it on to the left piece of rope at the bottom there. You didn't exactly see that, but I just lark's headed it on and I made it go upwards. So I turned the rope up, facing north. And then I'm doing double half hitches around, or also called clove hitches. So they're vertical half hitches. And then what I begin to do is I will do like 2 on the first one or 1 on the first one. And then to make kind of a pattern, on some of them I do double half hitching twice. So there's basically 4 knots as opposed to just 2. And then I'll go back down to just doing 1 knot, so on and so forth. So I vary the amount of times I do a knot around the pieces so that it gives us this kind of pattern in between the different colors. And I do that when I add the brown and the pink. So I'll start with 1 or just vary it. I hope that makes sense. I believe that it does. If it doesn't make sense, just watch. So at the top here, here's a critical point. I start pulling the pieces of rope outwards a little bit more so that it fans around instead of just having it laying beside the dowel on the sides. And then I just kind of leave like a little bit of space in between at the top of the fan. As I go around this pink and the other pink and on the 4 pieces of pink, I fan them out. You'll see how that works. Thanks for tuning in. You're probably not still watching. Oh, there's another important part that's coming up as well, where I add in a piece of white at the very top of the dowel onto a piece of rope I reverse lark's head on, because I didn't have enough pieces to really keep the fan rigid. So I just added one in at the very top onto another piece of rope that went across. You'll see this shortly. Thank you for watching my tutorials. I wanted to share this because it's going to be important in making one of our upcoming tops, this technique. You're going to see how I basically take this whole idea and put it into a top. So try to get it down. It's not very hard. I'm sure you can. That's it. Actually, that isn't it. At the very end, like the last 2 minutes, I actually talk a little bit more. Just how to end everything, like what I do to kind of close up all of this. So you'll need to listen to that because I don't really show that. It's basically, I just reverse and do like the white pieces become the working cord and the colored pieces become the filler cord. So I say that at the end.
now, when they write about this, like in the history books, they will write about repair. Persevere.
So just continue doing this all the way around, adding in as many colors as you'd like. Do it, and then you can vary how many knots you add onto each piece so that it makes a sort of a pattern. At the very end, I take the white pieces and I wrap them around the working pieces. So the filler pieces become the working pieces, and there you have it, a beautiful fan.